Is it focused? Is it focused? Hi everyone!
Hello!
Yay! This is awesome because you know what? We filmed a video together 2 years ago in Vegas.
Yes, we did!
Lily is playing with the lid on the floor. Uncle Layton to the rescue as usual. You won't even hear it. Yeah.
There we go.
So anyways, 2 years ago in Vegas, Nia and then the Miss Haiti from my year,
yes.
Miss Costa Rica from your year.
Yes.
Filmed a predictions video, and then I didn't even really have a channel at that point.
Yeah,
but you did. You were full force.
I was doing all the predictions, all the things. Yeah,
you were, and
we had so much fun with it.
Yeah, it was so fun. Then last year I started doing a little bit more.
Yeah,
you were obviously one of kind of like my role models in this community, and now we're back again.
Yay.
2 years later, we're here in Atlanta.
Miss Universe just happened. Crazy.
Right now, we want to talk a little bit about what it was like for me to compete at a big international location,
right?
Versus like a smaller. I don't even want to say like small. Like what would you say?
No, it was small.
Yeah. I mean,
it was small.
Yeah, and
it was very small. The city is not small, but the venue location was small. And I was there watching you compete in the Philippines. She competed in the Philippines, also a very big pageant fan location versus, I wouldn't say there's a lot of pageant fans compared to the Philippines here in Atlanta.
Yeah,
so.
It's a little different because who's this?
Hi. We have a special guest today.
When we were in the Philippines, anywhere we would go, I mean, you saw this too. Every time we left the hotel, anytime we were anywhere, there were fans dressed up, sashes, tiaras, everything. Still, at the end of the day, the experience to represent your country, is amazing. But we're talking about the overall experience that you get when competing in two different types of places, I would say. Because when you competed, you also went to multiple locations, right? Like what type of locations do you guys travel to within the Philippines? Like what did you see? What did you do? Right. And how long did you compete for? We were there for almost 3 weeks. It was like 2.5, almost 3 weeks. I was telling Layton, my brother, that when we were in the Philippines, sometimes we were sleeping for like 45 minutes. I
was exhausted.
Yeah, you were flying all over the place too. So we would be like, we flew one day to Cebu. So we woke up in the morning, flew to Cebu, did like a fashion show there, did an event, and then flew back to Manila.
The same day.
The same day.
Traveling to a different part of the country
so,
and then back.
Yeah, not only are you exhausted, just from, you're always on. And this goes for the girls here too. Like even though they might not have been traveling as much to different places and stuff, you wake up in the morning, you put your makeup on, you do your hair, you get your wardrobe ready, you pack the things you might need for that day. Right. Because sometimes you need to pack a few outfits because if you're leaving and you need an evening gown, you need a cocktail dress, you need a casual outfit, you might need jeans and a t-shirt.
You literally have to pack it all. When I competed for Miss Universe, apparently, I really missed the memo on this one, but apparently we had to be dressed in like semi-formal cocktail dresses, but the earlier event in the day was literally jeans and a white t-shirt and nothing else. So thank the Lord that I competed in the US and there were pageant fans that like knew me, and someone grabbed a dress from like a gown store and brought it to me at this like parade that we were in. But we were painting earlier in the day, so jeans and a t-shirt. So it's like, anywho, that was like the US, and even when I competed, I feel like it was a bit of a smaller scale compared to you competing in the Philippines.
Like you're in the carrier and try to like fear.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back in action.
So I feel like the biggest point that is interesting to discuss for the girls that are watching that may be competing in the next few years and they're planning how they're going to prepare and all of that, and also the fans from a fan point of view, like what do you think is the biggest difference when competing because you did it in a country where it's a huge pageant fan country and the venue is massive and you can like feel the energy in there versus like girls were here for 10 days. They didn't really get to do a lot, if we're being honest. It's like it just happened. It is what it is. I can't go back and change it. And the venue was so small. Like what do you see like the biggest differences?
I would say the biggest difference in terms of like the energy, like let's just talk about prelims for a second.
I'm sorry, staring at Lily on your booth.
The biggest difference in terms of like the energy, and obviously the girls who are competing right now, like they don't know the difference because this is the only thing they know of competing.
Exactly.
But from a former competitor, we competed in prelims at the same venue, the SM Mall of Asia.
Yes,
at the finals happened. 18,000 people. I think it's like 16 to 18,000 people were seated for prelims and for finals. So just the energy difference alone is unbelievable, vibrating in like
literally you feel the noise like in your body, even from a like bystander point of view. That's so true. That's so true. Your prelims was on the same stage that your finals was. I feel like that's very Miss Universe-esque.
I know.
So when they don't do that,
right, so in that sense of like the energy difference, that was there for sure. And just I think the level of this, like the wow factor of the stage from a competitor and from like a fan or somebody watching. So when we first saw the stage at the SM Mall of Asia, we were like, whoa. Unbelievable. And then for prelims here, I don't want to talk about it too much because it's not even like worth it, but just that wow factor, the difference. And I think being a fan who has flown, I mean, we flew from Canada, but for someone who has flown from overseas,
and the Filipino, the Thai fans,
they have this expectation. They walk in thinking they're gonna be wowed by the stage, wowed by the lights, and then even the stage last night, we were all disappointed because we go in, there's no big screens. There was at the back.
But if you're watching the pageant and then something's happening, to have to turn around while you're watching the pageant was really weird.
So it just, the wow factor wasn't there, the energy wasn't there that I experienced when I competed, and I'm sure that you felt when you were there.
Oh yeah. So when I competed, it was still very loud, and like
because it was in Miami.
It was in Miami. It was technically a small venue, considering like at the time, like for that time frame, it was like, oh my gosh, it's so small. Nothing compared to this one. But we were raised up so that everyone could see us. Whereas when we experienced just yesterday, it was the girls were just like one little level up. Where if you were sitting far back, like you couldn't really see anything. I would like to end this video on a positive note. So although, if we're being honest, I feel like when you're competing in a smaller venue, like it just doesn't feel the same. Like I love the energy of the Philippines where we were at when you competed, like so crazy. But like, give me one really good takeaway from this pageant, even though it was smaller. Like, what was like your favorite moment of Miss Universe 2019?
I'd say, you know what, on almost a similar note, even though the stage at prelims was kind of disappointing, it was actually pretty cool to be like that close. To the girls. Like if you reached out, like you could touch them. Because they were that close. On a positive note, I would say just like the access to the girls. Like for example, here at the hotel, you guys saw some of my videos, probably some of yours too. The girls were like right there, whereas in Philippines they were a lot more, they had us like protected more.
Which maybe was necessary with such a massive fan base.
That's true. That's true. So I just feel like they were more accessible. Like we've talked to some of the girls just walking around the hotel, and obviously it's after the pageant now, but even before, I just feel like the girls were more accessible and like right there. So that's the thing, is even though the pageant was smaller, I feel like we had a closer connection with the girls, even despite us being past title holders. Like even just being able to see that some of the fans who are here got to actually like talk to the girls. In the Philippines, that wasn't as much of a thing.
I agree. I feel like I actually got more of a personal connection with the fans than I ever have at any other Miss Universe pageant. Like this time I felt like I got to like see them, talk to them, and recognize them from Instagram or from YouTube. So it was cool. I had one guy was like, you shouted me out on your YouTube, and I was like, I love that. Like, oh my gosh, so great to see you in person. So
it was a more intimate event. So as much as it was small, the fact that it was small, not the big fan base, as much as it was a disappointment in a way, in the exact same hand, it was kind of cool that it was a smaller, intimate Miss Universe. So
I like that. It's so true. It's really true. So I feel like you get to connect more with the girls and the fans.
So there's like the pros and cons to it, but overall, we just can't take, like, you can't ever deny the magic that happens once the girls come on, and especially once they reach the top 5, the top 3, the crowning moment. Like, no matter where the pageant is, Philippines, Thailand, Vegas, Atlanta, there's nothing like the magic of that moment. Even it's just
you were there for the crowning moment, right?
Yes. It's incredible.
I was trying real hard not to cry. It was so beautiful.
Yes, well, and even Leighton, like, he's never experienced a Miss Universe like moment, pageant, like, good catch.
Gotcha.
And he was even tearing up in the top 5 question and answer that South Africa gave, and then we were just screaming when she was crowned. So it's crazy how you just get, even in the crowd too. So when South Africa came out in a swimsuit and in gown, like, she had some supporters, but once the top 5 and forward, the whole crowd,
they were for her.
They were for her. You could feel it. She came out, and I almost have goosebumps again. Like, you could physically feel it. So no matter where Miss Universe is held, there's nothing like that.
It's pretty magical.
It's pretty incredible.
Even if it's small, it's pretty magical. It really is.
It's true. So I mean, I think secretly we're hoping that next year it's going to be in a bigger place.
Oh my gosh, like
a bigger venue.
Thailand, Singapore, Abu Dhabi,
South Africa.
Oh duh, South Africa, to have their girl like outgoing in South Africa, that would be amazing. Also, I know Australia has tried to bid for it a bit, but I don't know if it's going to be Australia anytime soon.
Right.
But I feel like Yeah, a pageant. And now I feel like South Africa is a big pageant fan country. Now they've had 2 girls win and one being first runner-up.
Yeah, it's true.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, and on a quick note of that, that's what happened to Pia. Pia got to give away her crown in the Philippines. And that to me as well was pretty unbelievable. So anyway, overall, I mean, now we're just gonna be getting excited for next year's Miss Universe. But this year it's always incredible to be there. A new queen has been crowned, and we can't wait to follow her year. Congratulations again, Miss South Africa.
Go, girl.
Absolutely well deserved.
Right?
Yeah, Zazie?
I don't know. I don't say it right.
Yeah, Zazie.
I'll get it right.
Tunzi. Yeah,
I love it. Okay,
thanks.
No, there's no beanie in it?
It is, but I think her like kind of
she goes by Zazie. Okay.
People will correct us anyways.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get it eventually. We'll have it right by, you know, a few more videos.
Yeah, in a few more months. Okay,
yes, we will.
I will have Nia's tag on the screen down below. Check her out. She's amazing. Well, you guys know that already, I feel like. So,
yay!
Yeah, and keep that petition going for having us as judges.
Yes, we will be judges or backstage correspondents. We both had tons of people messaging us like, who do we email to have you guys be backstage correspondents? We're down.
Or we'll come judge any national pageant. You want to have us?
Yeah.
Croatia, South Africa,
Indonesia.
You bring us.
We'll see you guys there. All right. Bye.